Yeah, a quick one down to the Lekki enters massacre. Let's quickly retrogress and see what a bidding is still up to and what he says. And he's still very, very, very saying it and he's assuring that, yeah, definitely Buhari himself should, do what is needful. And as the headline would say, bidding to Buhari sees violent crackdown on protesters. Yeah, now I said earlier that we're going to retrogress, or rather, I want to flash back and to come back to the present and face the future as bidding is still very, very strong in his words. Mr. Biden's statement came out after the incident at the Lekki toll gate on Tuesday evening, as at then that date. And now, the former Vice President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, has recalled on President Muhammadu Buhari to stop using the military against peaceful protesters. Mr. Biden's statement came out after the incident at the Lekki toll gate on Tuesday evening, when soldiers opened fire on the protesters, demanding an end to police brutality, as it is. Yeah, as it is. So let's look inwardly and see what is going to happen, as it is. Yes, I will say Lekki enters Naso Jobio. Okay, Joe Biden continues by saying, yes, the military action led to the death of many, while several people are receiving treatment in various hospitals. Addressing the issue, Mr. Biden, the candidate of the Democratic Party for next month's presidential election, as a then, and the election came afterwards, both on the same or in the same year, I would say. And that is when the genocide, or rather the violation of human rights in Nigeria, definitely through the SARS Lekki toll gate massacre, also called on the United States government to stand with Nigerians. He says, I urge President Buhari and the Nigerian military to cease the violent crackdown on protesters in Nigeria, which has already resulted in several deaths. Well, my heart goes out to all those who have lost a loved one in the violence. Well, the United States must stand there with Nigerians who are peacefully demonstrating for police reform and seeking an end to corruption. That is what it is in their democracy. Well, it says I encourage the government to engage in a good faith dialogue with civil society to address these longer last standing or thereabout grievances and work together for a major cause. Yeah, that's a major cause, a more just and inclusive Nigeria. That's in the statement has been read. In the same vein, Nigerians in diaspora organizations, America's United States of America, also condemned the shooting of the unarmed protesters. If we want to look at it holistically, we can go further and see that Nigeria, as it's been said, though Nigeria is not a contraption, well, I'll say Nigerians have really made mark. Yes, they have really made mark. Well, this development is particularly shocking and unacceptable, considering the admirable peaceful conduct of our younger people who have captured the administration, or rather under that administration, and also in accordance to admiration of the world with their creative and elevated advocacy for an end to the culture of police stereotyping, brutalizing, and extrajudicial killings of Nigerian citizens. Now, English I speak since who know, now I know. But the bone of contention is that Joe Biden has told Buhari definitely to look inward into that, because the military has violated the right to life, right to freedom, and not the military, per se, but the President Muhammadu Buhari administration has not really took cognizance of that, and I believe there are loopholes. Definitely there are loopholes. If you look inwardly, there are loopholes, and it's within. Even God said, Bring ye all the tithe and offering, just like in illustration, into my storehouse or treasure house, and try me if I will not rebuke the devourer for your sake. That is what it is. But notwithstanding, the God factor of it is that Nigerian government have not really gotten the view or overview of the democracy itself. The democracy, which says the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. That is what it is. So everybody would agree. Agreement. There is no diversity in religion. There is no diversity in ethnicity. And if you want to look at it holistically, we adopted democracy from the United States. Now, I wouldn't say they are perfect, but at least if you weigh with the 10 commandments of God, thou shalt love your neighbor as yourself, thou shalt not dare about that in King James Version, you should not serve any other God. Definitely there are gods and there are gods, and that's what it is. The God, the capital letter God, and then the God, the small letter God, which is the human. You understand? You are representing God as a government. So as it is, if Joe Biden has really said that Buhari should go back to the drawing board and make sure he does the needful about what that simply means is that the Lekki toll gate in Lagos, the massacre, you understand, it was violation of a human right. Yes, it was a violation of human right, because under the Constitution, the same Constitution that guides the United States guides us too. But there are few upgrade in the United States, so we need to follow suit. That is what it is. Because if a democracy says the government of the people, for the people, and by the people, I'm looking it inwardly, and that's why we are glued to that democracy. Because I would say the democracy is the government of God. If the government are doing the things of God, because everybody, I would say in Nigeria, diversity in religion, but notwithstanding, that's not a case for today. But because the trend, the Westerners are in the trend, and then they seek God or God's wisdom for that. So if the democracy says government of the people, for the people, and by the people, it simply means God even said it in his word that where two or more are gathered in my name. In my name, if you can note that is the God factor. In my name, there I am. And in United States, freedom is not free. Likewise, in God's government, freedom is not free, but there are grace that would follow someone, because God said, "Let's make man in our own image, in the image and likeness of God. We are men made." And if God has given you the government, please kindly extend gestures. The diversity in Nigeria is the problem of today. That is just the irony of life. We are in the perilous time. We are in the Jesus era, or rather the prophets era, those that have spoken the word, and the word is coming to pass, like those who wrote the Bible, the Quran. The Bible is written in English, and likewise I would say from the Christian part is the word of God. The Quran is written in Arabic. I would say to them, believe, and they are still connecting with God, but in different language, Arabic. So many names, or so many dialects, so many continents, so many diverse. They have encroached themselves into that religion, whereby they add sentiments into it. But notwithstanding, the things of the world will go past. Behold, new things will be new things, different things, new things. It's elaborated. But notwithstanding, love your neighbor as yourself, as you do yourself. Because if you love yourself, you will love any other person. Or if you love a man, agape love is what I'm talking about. You have loved God. God will do His work. It will start. Do not despise the days of little beginning. For Nigerians or Nigerian government, the impunity has been too on that. Well, it's only God. So we should connect to God. Joe Biden has told Buhari, still telling him, and it's a sign. Everybody needs to wake up and have a plan B. But notwithstanding, this way I'm going to drop a curtain. I would like to tell you to go to the a comment section, and lay your comment. Ask questions. Let's deliberate. Thanks for listening, and God bless.